Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Police Accountability Show. And remember, when you watch the Police Accountability Show, you agree to being offended, as well as nothing you see on the Police Accountability Show constitutes legal advice. Please reach out to your local lawyer for your local laws. And welcome, everyone, and welcome to the Police Accountability Show. I'm your host, Chad Christophers. And we're here today, my topic here today is police mental health. Now, should the police, every single police officer, be required to go for regular mental health checks at the mental health facility? The answer is yes. Every single officer should have to go and have an appointment at the local mental health department. Why? Not because I believe all the police officers are crazy. Although I do believe that there is an ego problem and a power tripping problem with a lot of these police officers and their lawlessness. I do believe that they can get help in that way, definitely. But what I think it also has to do with is dispelling the myth around mental illness, mental health illness, and dealing with people with mental health problems, because there are people who have mental health problems and we can't tell. And there's people that are really obvious, and there's people that have other problems that we think are mental health problems. In most places, you'll notice that the mental health place is the same place as the addiction or the chemical drug dependency place or the rehab centers. You'll notice they come in one in the same. And why? Because a lot of the time, a lot of the problems that, people who use too many drugs, you can't tell the difference between someone having a drug problem and sometimes people who are having mental health issues. And they are still trying to figure out how the human brain works, right? They still don't know. So they're making a lot of guesses as well. And where this comes back to police and the mental health is the police are going to be interacting with people with mental health issues. They're going to come across them, whether it be day to day, whether it be purposeful, whether it be accident. Hell, people with mental health problems contact the police for help because they don't know who else to contact, right? And the police just automatically dismiss these people, or they have a stigma attached to them. And that's where having the police go in themselves, mandatory psychological appointments for all of them, will help dispel the myth that they have around mental health issues. It will help them to understand the mental health issues better, as well as they go to the mental health facility themselves, right? They go there themselves. They understand what's going on. They understand what's happening better. They'll understand the people better, as well as it'll help to demystify the stigma, because everyone will see them go there. Everyone will know, hey, the police go there. The police have to go there. They have to have mental health checks. So when you have to have mental health checks, how are the police going to view the next person they run into that has a mental health problem or has a problem where they've been to an institution? Those institutions sometimes can't tell the difference between if you're having an allergic reaction, a mental health issue, or a drug problem. Hell, someone could have drugged you and you're just not aware of it, right? If someone drugged you and you weren't aware of it, you might be thinking you're having mental health problems. So that's where I believe all police officers, all politicians, all of these guys, every single one of them should go to the local mental institution for regular mental health visits. Not just even for their own mental health, which I do believe a lot of them could use help for their job and the people they interact with, but also so they have a better understanding of the mental health system. If they're part of the system and they go through the system, it's going to be a lot different the next person they talk to that is experiencing mental health issues. Well, the officer's going to be like, well, hey man, I go in for those appointments. I understand. I talk to a psychologist. I get what's going on. The police are going to have a greater understanding of these people, a greater understanding of the mental health problems that they have, and whether or not it is a mental health problem, right? Maybe this person's being drugged. Maybe this person has a drug problem. Maybe this person is experiencing allergic reactions, right? Maybe the person just has a problem that they can't solve and they're just going nuts to try to solve it. I mean, that's life. So my vote is every single police officer should go in on a regular basis. I don't mean regular, like once a day, once a week kind of thing. You know, once a month, once every 3 months maybe, right? And they should go in and they should be having these mental health evaluations. Why? Because they're dealing with the crazy public every day. They deal with people with mental health problems all the time, and that's got to weigh on them. So not only can we help them with their mental health issues, but we can help dispel the stigma they have against people with mental health problems, right? Because a lot of these officers, they won't listen to people. If they think you have any association to a mental health institution, you're wasting your time talking. When if you really do your research, if we in our society stop listening to everyone who's been in a mental institution, honestly, guys, do your research, we'd be living in a cave. Because almost every single major scientist through history has been in a mental health institution, including Albert Einstein. Do your research, right? So, and would you consider Einstein to be crazy? No, but he's been to a mental institution. That's what I read. You know what I mean? And a lot of scientists do spend time in mental health facilities. And it's because they're pushing the limits of human capacity, human thought. It makes sense. But the point that I'm trying to come back to is that a lot of people, and it's looking like 7 out of every 10 is the latest statistic I see, experience mental health problems through their lives. This is a problem everyone has. And having the police go there and understand these appointments, them having the stigma themselves, be like, well, we know you're a police officer, so we know you go to the mental health institution, right? It's the same as anyone else. So my vote is yes, every single police officer should be, right? And what do you think? Do you think they should be? Do you think they should just be on a case-by-case basis? If they believe they need help, or believe that they want the help, they can certainly reach out for it. But again, they have the stigma, right? So we can help eliminate that stigma for the police, help eliminate for the public, and as well as help these officers, because some of them do need mental health help. We can see them and they're not getting it. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? I think they all need it. What do you think? This has been Chad Christophers for Police Accountability. Don't work too hard.